What's up, team? Today we'll be going over the role-play event to prepare you guys for Job Olympics. This event prepares you for real-life situations within the workplace and for the relationships that you make within the workplace. The main point of this video or of this event is to show you, is to give you some different situations and to guide you on how to respond to those situations, to those difficult situations. So in this event, you want to be sure that you're confident, you're ready, you're loose, and you got a firm answer in mind, and you want to be sure that you're always confident no matter what, even if something goes wrong in the middle, and you want to be sure that your answer is firm, that you're firm in your answer, and that you're also acknowledging the other person's feelings in the situation. Alright. Alright, so guys, now we're going to go over the scoring sheet on how the judges are going to score you and grade you and give you your awards. Alright, so first, they'll be judging you on how you introduce yourself. So they want to be sure that you state your name, you state the judge's name. You always got to be sure to look at their name tag, be sure that you're stating the right name. Very big, very big. And then they'll be judging you on your handshake. We'll be going over the specifics later, here in the later part of this video. They also want to be sure that your resolution to the problem, how you answer the problem, is clear and you have a solid resolution that answers completely the question. They also want to be sure that you're speaking clearly, you're not mumbling, you're not saying for your answer, and they also want to be sure that you're maintaining eye contact. Eye contact is very key from the second you walk in to the second you leave. You want to be sure you're always making eye contact with the judge so that they can see. They also want to be sure you're maintaining your composure. They don't want you making it look like you're struggling to talk and struggling to keep calm. They don't want you arms overhead, twirling around, shaking your arms or anything like that. They don't want that. So be sure to maintain your composure. They'll be grading you on that, and then they also want to be sure that you that you give an appropriate resolution to the problem. Again, so they'll be making sure that you negotiate the needs of the problem and say the boss, for example, doesn't like your answer to the problem. They want to be sure that you are able to consult with your manager and be sure that you guys both win. It's a win-win situation for both of you. They also want to be sure, again, that you're confident and you have a solid, assertive answer. No mumbling, again. That's very, very important. They also want to be sure you have appropriate appearance. They don't want you wearing shorts and slugging around and looking like you just don't care, you know. And then for the exit, for the conclusion, you'll be sure you shake the judge's hand, you thank him for his time, be sure you state his name again, and then after that you'll be allowed to leave. Alright, so that's the scoring sheet. See you in the next part. Okay. Alright guys, here's a good example of an introduction. Hello, Mr. Maximus. Philip Nunez. Nice to meet you. Alright guys, so that was a good example of the introduction. As you saw, my handshake was firm, eye contact was there, maintained my composure, nice and calm. I stated my name, I stated the judge's name. It was all around a great introduction. Alright guys, here's a bad example of an introduction. This is what you do not want to do. Hey, how's it going? Pleased to meet you. Alright guys, as you saw, that was a very poor example of an introduction. Handshake was awful, kind of lingered there a little bit too long. I didn't even make eye contact with the guy. I didn't say my name. I didn't say the judge's name. It was just overall bad introduction, although my volume of my voice was alright. Alright? That was a bad example of an introduction. Please do not do that. Alright guys, here's a good example of the introduction. My role-play judge here is going to read off the question, and then I'll give you guys a good response to it.
You have 3 field trips scheduled in the month of May. You will miss work for each of them. You really want to go, but you don't think your supervisor will let you have 3 days off. What do you do?
Well, Mr. Maximus, first I would go to my boss. I would have a one-on-one conversation with him, and then I'd tell him the situation that I'm in. I would first say that I would like to have the 3 days off of work so that I can go on a school field trip, which would increase my education, help me learn more, help me become a better person. If a problem arises, I will be sure to tell my manager or my boss that I would be willing to take extra shifts, cover for someone else, and I would be glad to make up that time because I will be losing my job time, so I need to make that up in somehow. So I'd be glad to take up some extra shifts or fix it in any way as I need to. Also, if there's any problems and I cannot get off work, then I understand that's no problem. I will just show up to work and I will tell my teacher or my class that I will not be able to attend the field trip, unfortunately. Alright guys, as you saw, that was a great example of an answer or solution to the problem. I first acknowledged the judge, told them that I would first go to my manager, have a one-on-one conversation with them. This is very important because we don't want the whole world knowing about this, not all the other employees and everyone else you work with. I told them that I'd have a one-on-one conversation, and then I'd tell them the situation. You always want to be sure that your manager is aware of the situation that you're in so that things don't get confusing there. Also, I asked them for the time off, and I told them that if there were any problems or to make up that time, that I would take up some extra shifts, or I would pick up someone else's shift to make up that time that I will not be working. I think that's always a great solution because that is a way to make up that time that you will be missing. Great solution, win-win situation. If your manager does not like that, like I said, it is all right. I don't have to go on the field trip. It's definitely a want, not a need. If it was a funeral or a marriage or something that's more important to me, then that would be different. But since this is just a field trip, it's not exactly a necessity, more of just a want. It's all right if I don't go, and I understand that. And if my boss won't give me the time to go, it's all right. I will just stay and I will work. Alright guys, so that was a great example. As I just said, I maintained eye contact the whole time. I maintained my composure, I had a little bit of hand movement, which helps explain my points and everything. So all that were good things. If I wanted to show you guys a bad situation, I would be very unclear with my answer, a lot of mumbling and leaning and just acting like I don't care at all. I would also just give a bad resolution to the problem, saying, if you don't give me the days off, then I'm quitting the job. That is a terrible way to respond to that. You will definitely get a 0 on from your judge on the event. So always got to negotiate the needs. Be sure that it's a win-win situation both ways. So now we've answered the question, we've introduced ourselves to the judge. Now we are ready to dismiss ourselves from the situation. So here's a good example of an exit. Thank you, Mr. Maximus. Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you. Alright guys, so as you saw, that was a great example of an exit. That was, I shook his hand, I maintained eye contact, said his name, which is very important, and I thanked him for his time. I actually even thanked him twice, so maybe some little brownie points there, I don't know. Alright guys, here's a bad example of the exit. Hey, thanks man. See you later, bro. Alright, bye. Alright guys, so obviously that was a bad example of the exit. I did maintain eye contact and I was very confident with my answer, but I called him bro and I went for a fist bump and my hand kind of lingered there again. It was very awkward, and then I kind of just turned my back on him and left. Didn't even state his name, didn't give a proper handshake, body language very poor. Please do not do that in your event. Alright guys, now we're going to run through the whole entire event like you will on competition day. I will be the judge, Mr. Phillip, and you'll be the participant. So go ahead and introduce yourself to me, and then we'll go and shake hands, and then we'll get on with the video. We'll be practicing it like it's back and forth, so go ahead and pause the video whenever you're talking, and then play it once you're ready for me to talk again. It's very nice to meet you. Your question for today is, you have 3 field trips scheduled in the month of May. You will miss work for each of them. You really want to go, but you don't think your supervisor will let you have the 3 days off. What do you do? That's a great answer. Alright, it was a pleasure meeting you. Have a good day. Alright guys, well that concludes today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm playing, just a joke. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please keep practicing this at home in your free time. so that come competition day, this feels completely natural for you guys, and you don't have any struggles or any problems at all answering the questions or in the event at all. Also, I'll try to attach a picture of the other questions so that you guys, so you don't become too much of an expert on that one question. So yeah, hopefully just keep practicing, guys. Hopefully it'll all be good as long as you keep practicing and really nail this down. All right. See you guys soon. Thank you again.